Hello and welcome back to Understanding Crypto. My name is Herve, and every other day here I try to bring you cryptocurrency in the easiest way possible on the internet. Here we cover things like predictive analysis, research and tutorials to help guide you through this crazy marketplace. So if that's the type of content you find interesting, be sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on so that you don't get to miss out on any other value-packed video like this one. Now, recently I've seen a lot of bearish price predictions on the internet. Everybody is now like we are going down. So it made me start to wonder, are we really going down? Because for us to go down, there needs to be some huge liquidity to the downside. Yeah, market makers are not here to just give us money for free. So I started to look for liquidity. And amazingly, we have most of the liquidity to the upside instead. And so if you come here, say on the 24 hourly, we have more to the upside. Yeah, we have right here at 61.7, 61.8, and that's about 32 million. Here at 61.7, we have 31 million. And on the 3-day right here, and I'm using, this is coinglass.com. So you can go to coinglass.com and you will find this chart right there. Or say Bitcoin BTC USD liquidation heat map. Now here on the 3-day we have at 61.8 still. On the weekly time frame we have most of it to the upside still. So we are now at 367 million right there at 61.9. So that's about the amount of money that will be liquidated if price goes to that level. On the monthly time frame right here we have a level at about 70k. On the 3-month, we also have to the upside. Yeah, we have right here at 70.4, that's 2.5 billion. Here on the 6-month, let's go there and see. 6-month, we still have a lot to the upside, a lot of it. Yeah, so most people are actually betting that prices continue to go lower. Hence why we have these liquidation levels right here. Now, here we have at 6 month, we have at 70.3, 5.6 billion. Here at 72.4, we have about 5.3 billion. So mostly to the upside. But on the yearly here, we have some to the downside as well. But we have that at about 33.9, and that's about 19 billion. Here at 26.1, we have about 17 billion. But to the upside, which is where we are actually closer to, we have about 21.3 billion. And that's about 70.4, 72.5, we have about 19 billion. So we are actually closer to these levels up here than here. Not to say that we cannot come down here, just that if I was the market maker, I will not go right down here just to liquidate these people when I'm actually closer to this one right here. So a lot of people seem to believe that we are going to dump to these levels. And I've seen some people calling for 35k, and I've even seen somebody calling for 24 actually. And so I started to wonder, could it be that we have bottomed? You know, could it be that we have bottomed? Because let's go back here. This video will be a bit more of a conversation, but so just stick with me here. If we go right here on the weekly, that's on BTC USD on Bitstamp. So we zoom out right here on the weekly time frame. You will know, and this is what I've been talking about for some time now, yeah? I've been saying that we are most likely here in this type of region right here. So even here, we are most likely somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Even here, I'm thinking that we are most likely somewhere around this consolidation right here. So the same consolidation that we are seeing here is what I assume that happened back in the past, like so, before the big move up. Now, I'm not saying that after this we are going to do the same type of expansion to the upside like so. I'm just saying that we are actually consolidating for a rally rather than a plummet. And so perhaps you could have some drops on the way and, you know, 5-10% drops, but I'm not on the idea that we are actually at the all-time highs and we are about to go into some type of bear market. I've had some people actually telling me that on social media. Some people saying that just give up, bro. We have already topped. We are beginning the bear market. The recession is coming, so just sell off and leave it at that. But I think we are consolidating for a big move to the upside. And so when I go back now to this my liquidation chart right here, I'm inclined to believe that we are going to break out to the upside. Yeah, I'm thinking that we are going to break out to the upside. Now, let's go back here, go to BTC USDT. So this right here is what we were looking at on the macro, yeah, where we say that we are in this type of formation like so. So now we are going to zoom into this zone and see what's actually going on there, and you'll understand why I'm changing my stance of a further plummet. So on the daily time frame, let's go on the daily. You will see that we are back above the 200 EMA. Now, this is a very significant EMA, by the way, because you'd see that even in the past, we've respected this particular EMA a lot of the times. So in the bear market, we will use it as resistance, and in the bull market, we'll use it as support, which is what you see right here. It happened here, 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 and currently we are back above it right here. In the bear market, we use it as resistance. So we, instead of going above it, we use it as resistance. We go slightly above it and then we continue to plummet. That's the same thing that happened here as well. We use it and we continue to plummet. Now in the bull market, we are actually using it as support. Even here, it was used as support. So these are the confluences that I am looking for. You'd see clearly that it was used as support right here. It's the same thing that happened here. Here we had some sort of consolidation, and this was pretty difficult. I was trying to convince everybody that we are going to go up at this level right here. You'd remember I made a video saying I would be buying into BTC or buying crypto right now into this dip. I made a video about that some time ago, and I actually remember this candle. It was crazy. Everybody was scared. People were telling me, are you still sure that we're going to go to 47? You still sure that 57 can happen? And I was telling you that, hey, we just took a very short time to drop like so, but it's not so different to this particular drop right here. This drop was not so different from this one. The only difference there is that we dropped in a single, I think that was like a 4-hourly candle or something. Yeah, it was a 4-hourly candle, and we plummeted so hard with this 4-hourly candle right here. It was crazy, and you know, everybody was scared at this particular point right here. However, the entire formation was still just the second wave. This big move to the upside was the third wave. At least that's how I see it. I think this was the third wave. This now is the fourth wave. Surely this is the fourth wave. And now that we are back above this daily moving average, this EMA on the daily time frame, I'm inclined to believe that there may not be any big drop to the downside for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that that may not happen. On the 4-hourly time frame, there are some other things that I will use to back this up. Now, on this 4-hourly time frame, and this is something I mentioned yesterday on TikTok, we had this low right here, and we had a higher low. We also had another higher low right here, and another higher low here. But to the upside, we had a high, lower high, another lower high, but a higher high right here. So this is where I start to think that the markets are beginning to change, like the trend is changing. Yeah, this is where I start to believe that the trend is changing, and it may actually be happening soon. So I'd assume that with this trend changing right here, it may actually be sending this thing to the upside, which means that I will now read this entire move to the upside as the first wave and this consolidation right here as the second wave. That's kind of similar to this formation right here. Yes, this formation right here. So you see the first wave. Yes, first wave up. First wave is actually the move up, retracement, move up. Yeah, even the waves to the downside, you'd have the A, B, C. So move down, retracement, move down, which is like so. Move down, retracement, back up, move down. So A, B, C. And to the upside, we also have move up, retracement, move up. This is what happened right here. So we have this big A like so, retracement, which is the B, and then we have another move to the upside. And all of that is what we'd see as the first wave. So we have 1 right here, 2, and this entire move to the upside is what we'd call 3, and this right here should be 4 before the 5th wave to the upside, wherever that may lead. Maybe 77, 83, 100k, 170. All of that would be the 5th wave, which is the most euphoric waves of all of them. So this formation right here, this first wave to the upside, which is A, B, C, is actually what I would start to assume that happened right here. So this now would be my A, B, C to the upside, which is all just the first wave. Now, you might be like, can we catch this level? Can we prove this level with Fibonacci? Yeah. And actually, I did that with USDT dominance. So with USDT dominance, with the technique that I showed you the other time, if we take from here to the low right here, it should be giving us the top right there. So top is now 2.618. Let's put that in red. All right, now that gives us the top right there. So since USDT dominance is just like the inverse of BTC, it should also give us BTC's bottom. So this should be giving us BTC's bottom right here. If we use the same technique right here and we bring it here, it should now give us the 2.618 right there. Now 2.618 means that we should be going back for AB. AB is this region right here. Is this region right here. So we have ABC right here. This move back up like so, that's the B wave. So we take this. This move right here, this is the B wave, and then we have the C. Sometimes you will not have E. And I told you guys the other time, yeah? Sometimes you will not have E. So this means we should be going back into this level right here, into this zone right here. And so let's take these out so that it's not confusing for everybody here. All right, so if this is now the first wave, and I like to use this on the 2-hourly time frame, by the way, if I'm measuring to the upside. And so if this is the first wave, yeah? And we have this consolidation like so, which we believe to be the second wave, and we are expecting the third wave. Therefore, to get the third wave, to calculate the third wave, we take 1.618 times the length of wave 1 or 2.618 times the length of wave 1. So we can now take from here to here. This means that the minimum target for wave 3 will be the 1.618, which is $68,000. Now, we can't expect that wave 3 will be that short after this big consolidation like so, which means that the real target for wave 3 is $78,000. That's the actual target for wave 3. This is assuming that we are actually right about this, folks. Yeah, because we could just turn around here and plummet down to 40 or 45 or, some level down there. This is assuming that we are right about this. If we are right about this, then this thing will most likely be going for 78 as its highest. Now, at 78, it must not stop there, so we include the 3 fib, that's the error margin level. So we now have 78 to 82. This now becomes the pocket where you'd expect for price to have some sort of consolidation. inside this level right here. So if we are right about this, and this entire consolidation right here is the second wave, then the first target for the move to the upside will actually be 68. The second target becomes 78. And then if you are looking now for the third target, then you are heading to 99. And you can put the 4.76 right there, which gives you 100K. That's actually interesting. But again, these levels will most likely be hard to break. Yeah, we will see what happens if price does come up to this level right here. Now, the question you might have, which is actually what I was asking myself earlier, is how do I make peace with the fact that there is a chance for 45K? Yeah, how do I make peace with that? And so to make peace with that, we can look at this as 3 consecutive drops, and usually you'd have markets dropping in threes, so it's mostly in threes. Either up or down, it's mostly in threes. First move correction, second move correction, third move. Let us make a quick explanation somewhere here. So if you look at this ABCDE move, you have the first move to the downside, yeah? Then this is the first drop. Now you have the correction to the upside, and then you have another drop. That's second drop. That's second from this one. And then you have another correction, and then the third drop. It's mostly in threes. To the upside, this ABCDE. Now, to the upside, you also have the same type of situation. To the upside, you have the first move up. That's the first move, which we call wave 1. We have a correction, which is wave 2. We have the second move up, which is what we call wave 3. And then we have another correction. After that, we have the third move up. So basically, we have gone up 3 times, and here we have gone down 3 times. So after this third drop right here, you want to be looking for reasons to believe that it's going to go back up. And after this third move up right here, you want to be looking for reasons to believe that there is going to be a reversal of the entire move to the upside. It's best to use this on the daily, weekly, 4-hourly, 2-hourly, and the lowest should be the 30 minutes actually. Anything lower than that, it becomes a bit more complicated, because when you look at this on the, say, the daily time frame, inside this entire move to the upside like so, you will have other waves inside there. So you will have other waves like so inside this move up here, and we can just put this like so. And even here, you also will have other waves like so. The same thing to the downside as well. Inside this wave to the downside, you might have, say, an ABC type correction. You might have something that looks like so, or something that looks like so. So you might have something that looks like so as well. And inside of this first move to the upside, you might have other waves like so. So the lower you go on the time frames, the more complicated it becomes, because you have to remember all of these other waves on the higher time frames and how they relate with those on the lower time frames. That's why I showed you guys the nesting dolls the other time, yeah? Because inside of a wave, you have other waves, and inside of that other wave, you have other waves, and it goes on endlessly. And so the lower you go on the time frames, the more complicated it becomes. So just stick to the higher time frames. Perhaps the hourly, I use the 2-hourly for this, or the 4-hourly, daily, 12-hourly. Those are the time frames that I look for these things on. Even the 3-day is good as well. So basically, this is the same type of situation that you will have right here. Now, it must not be something this catastrophic like so. It must not be like straight down like so, yeah? And even here, you can still apply the same type of formation right here. And so we have A, B, C, D, E. Inside of the A, you see other waves inside of that A, yes? You see other waves right there. If we quickly zoom in right here, you can see A, B, C, D, E. So even here, you can still see the same waves happening here. We have the A, B, C right here, A, B, C, and outside of that ABC, we have an ABCDE type correction. So all of this becomes the A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E. That's why we now turn back to the upside right here. And you can also see other waves here. Even on this C impulsive wave right here, you will also see other waves inside. So even here, you also see them. And then we come here. This you could actually call Wyckoff Spring, which you would have a very good case to call it Wyckoff Spring actually. Because if you take this from here to here like so, and take this from here to here, this becomes Wyckoff Spring. So anyway, so however you choose to look at it, it makes sense, and that's basically it. And this is the reason why we went back to AB right here. So when we look at this consolidation right here, we could pose the same argument that all of this was A, this was B, this was C, this was D, and this was E. So after the E, we should now be looking for a sign to show us that there is a chance for a complete reversal of the entire consolidation right here. And so the sign is what I showed you on the 4-hourly time frame just some moments ago, that we've been having higher lows right here, and we've been having lower highs until this one right here, which shows us that the market may be changing trend. The other day, I sent you a forecast on Telegram. If you're not on my Telegram channel, use the link in bio and join the channel. I send you updates there every working day of the week. And even in some weekends, if there's something important, I will send you on Telegram. Sometimes I do have some memes and I send there, but I try not to spam. So you may join the channel. I will update there when I cannot make a video. I told you that we will most likely head up to the 60s. That's the forecast that I sent to you on Telegram. I told you that we are most likely going to head up to the 60s. And my idea there actually was that if we go up to the 60s, I would be seeing us, yes, that's what I was saying, that going up will reach the upper resistance of the symmetrical triangle, which I would assume to break for the wrong side first, hence the 60s. That is when BTC was coming up here. Yeah, I was looking at this as a symmetrical triangle. This, and it is a symmetrical triangle, like so. Let's put that in yellow. So we put it again like so. Symmetrical triangle, and it looks like so. Yeah. And I was telling you somewhere around, what was the price when I said that? 58.8. So it was somewhere around here when I was talking about it going into the 60s. It was somewhere around here. And I said that we are most likely going to go into the 60s. My ultimate idea for that 60s level was that it goes as high as 62.7 to maximum 63. Now, as we went into the 60s, I did make another video updating you that we are now at the 60s, but I didn't update as to how high or how low we will now be going, because even I wanted to see what price action would say. And then it plummeted back to here just to go back up again like so. Note that on this first move up, on this first move into the 60s, it did not change trend. So we moved up to here, but this high is actually here. So it did not change trend. It was still a downtrend. But with this one, it has actually changed that trend. So the high right there is 61.8. And if you look here, you will notice that we are consolidating above this trend line right here. So it's using this as support. Hence why I'm beginning to think that it's changing trend. And if it's changing trend, then this entire consolidation might have just been the second wave. If that is so, then this was the first wave, and then we can now get the target for the third wave. Third wave now will be taking us as high as 1.618 times length of wave 1, 2.618 times length of wave 1. That should be giving us the third wave. So either of them. But now wave 3 will most likely not end here. Now, I'm not saying if it goes here and you were in a trade, don't take profits. Of course, take profits. Yeah, but most likely I wouldn't assume that it ends here. I would assume actually that it goes as high as this level right here. So I hope you guys understand how I came about, this analysis, because first I proved why it ended here and went back to the upside, and then we are now starting to see that it's changing trend right here. Now, of course, it could just crash, yeah, but we don't have immediate reasons to believe that it will do that. I mean, even if you just look at this entire formation right here, there are very good reasons to assume that it's an inverted head and shoulders. Even though I don't like calling, this type of formation after a move to the upside inverted head and shoulders, but if you're looking at it as AB equals to CD, AB equals to CD would mean that this thing goes up like so. So you have move to the upside right here, and then you take from here to here. This gives you 71K. So even at this, you are still looking up. Now, on the daily time frame, we have something interesting there. So on the daily time frame, you can actually see that wave 1, wave 2, and most likely you will go up. Now, we are still above the 200 EMA on the daily time frame, and it's actually at, that's 59,450. So 59,450, or I had a level right here on Binance, 59,396. That was on the 3-day time frame, and here you would see my level right here. So stop loss for this type of move to the upside will be 57K, actually 57K, and if it goes lower than 57K, then the entire thesis to the upside is most likely not going to hold, because it would validate this as the D wave and we'd be headed for E. E now would mean that we go as low as 45 to 41. But I'm willing to be on the idea that we go up instead. That's my thesis, folks. That's my thesis. Now, if we look at altcoins, and this is something I wanted to show you guys. So if we go to others right here, and this actually shows us all the altcoins out of the top 10. And if we look at this, we see the same structure right here on the daily time frame. So ideally, we target this AB right here. So AB would be this region right here. So A, B, C right here. Ideally, we come back to this zone right here. This actually means that altcoins will go up. And when you zoom out right here, not the 15-minute, come on. When you zoom out right here, you will see that we've been respecting this trend line for some time. This is since 2019. And we had the same type of correction right here, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, and this entire move to the downside is C because we have A, B, C, yes? But that A, B, C is inside of this C wave to the downside. Correction D, and then we have E. Now, we come now to here, we have a smaller version of it, yeah? So here, we now have A, B, C, D, E. This, I think, could have been the bottom for the entire move to the downside, which means that altcoins may start to rally very, very soon. One that I was looking at earlier was Atom, and Atom looks like it's bottomed, like it's at its bottom. So this is Atom right here, and I'm inclined to believe that this might have been the bottom for Atom. So that's at $4. Ideally, it comes back to AB. That would mean that Atom goes back to somewhere around $10 to $11. You could use something as simple as taking from this top right here to the bottom right there and say that it's going to come back into the 0.618 to 0.786. Let's put that in the center. So 0.618 to 0.786 puts you at $10 to $12. So Yeah, that could be the case for Atom, where you have something that looks like so. You have something that looks like so for Atom. This entire thing would be an inverted head and shoulders, which becomes even more bullish for Atom. And if that is the case, then these targets are valid. That would mean that Atom goes at least to $21 or to $31. This would be the conservative. This is maximum conservative, and the extended is $54. This would be somewhere around there, 54 to 50, 52 to 54. This would be the extended, but conservative maximum would be this one, which means that if you held Atom and it went up to here, you look left and you look right. If BTC, or if I'm making videos here warning people that, hey, I think we've topped and Atom is here, you better be selling, because this would be coming back to AB right here. Everybody who bought here in 2021 will most likely be selling. Yeah, they'd be selling. So this would be a very big zone of resistance for Atom. In the event where it does something like this, you'd have this inverted head and shoulders. This would look like so. That's when you'd see everybody on social media saying, Atom has some big inverted head and shoulders, it's going to go here. But no, that's why we do predictive analysis here. Predictive analysis means that we try to predict what will happen. We don't just analyze, we try to predict. And, it's a bit more scary, because I have to come here and say things and maybe they don't happen, So yeah, that's my 2 cents, folks. We also have Filecoin. Let me see the Filecoin thing. So let's see, Filecoin. Yes, we also have something that looks like this on Filecoin. These altcoins look like they've bottomed, folks. Even Polygon Matic, I had a target there, and that target was actually, that was 31, but I think Matic went to 33 cents and it bounced back heavily. So let's go here to the 4-hourly time frame. And you see that Matic bounced back heavily. I was suspecting 32 to 31, but it bounced at 33. Now Matic is back up, so Atom could do something that looks like this. Yeah, Atom could do something that looks like this. Filecoin, as we were looking at it, let's go back to File. All right, so on the weekly time frame, we see a very big consolidation right here. Now you could say that Filecoin is dead, but actually this was the first deepin project. If the deepin narrative is going to, come back full swing, if storage cryptocurrencies are going to boom again, this will most likely go back up. It had one of the biggest ICOs as well. I think the second biggest or the first. Some would assume that it's dead because it's down here, but I strongly doubt it. Yeah, I strongly doubt it. I think this thing is going to go back up, and we could be expecting anywhere around 110% right there for it to come back to this AB wave move right here. And then we could actually expect it to go as high as $16. So $16 will be the conservative. Maximum conservative here is somewhere around $24, and the extended, that only goes higher. But let's see with this right here, that should actually give me the maximum conservative. So extended there, we have somewhere around $44 to $45. Arbitrum is one that I was looking at as well. I made a video on TikTok talking about some coins and the potential move to the upside. This is the third wave. This is D, this is E. Most likely this thing has bottomed. But if you look at this objectively, yeah, you start to see some reasons to assume that it will go back up. However, on social media, you don't see those reasons. All you see are people who are fearful, who are in regrets of buying crypto, who are thinking that it's all done and dusted. This thing is just done. I mean, even this consolidation here, we could call this the second wave as well. This consolidation right here, you'd see that it's consolidating between the 0.618 and 0.786. So this could be the second wave. If this is a second wave, the third wave is coming in at 86 cents. it will have a break right here, which will be the consolidation of the third wave. That's somewhere around 69 cents. And we will keep an eye. We will keep an eye out for this, because from this particular zone, there is also a chance that you have something that looks like so. Yeah. There's a chance that you have something that looks like so. Even at this now becomes the second shoulder of the inverted head and shoulders. So I'm really starting to believe that these things have bottomed, folks. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on this entire thing. BTC dominance is another one. I was looking at it earlier, and I have reasons to believe that it's going to come down to 54%. I'd assume that this is the B wave, and I'd expect that it comes as low as 54, but it will have a break somewhere around 56%. That will be enough to, push some coins very high, actually, because most of these altcoins, they have very low market caps, things like Arbitrum, and compared to their past cycles with things like Atom and even Filecoin, they have very low market caps. So a little amount of capital will push them hard very quick. So I'm actually thinking that this might have been the bottom for most of them. There's another one, but this is a meme coin actually, and the founder of Jupe is the person that launched this one, and this is a meme coin. When we go now to meme coins, research does not really count. My research on 1000 sats has been working well, still as of now. But this particular one right here, which is when, I'm thinking that this thing is not dead. Some people think it's dead. I strongly doubt it. Now, if it can come as low as this particular zone right here, that's where I'd be willing to, take a long position on it, because it's a meme coin, and the maximum you can use on this is perhaps 3x to 4 to 5x. It would need only about a minute for it to do some crazy price swings and take you out of the position, then go the same direction that you thought it's going to go. So with these, it's just better to do spot, or use 2 to 3x maximum. Yeah, even on things like Atom and Filecoin, by the way, all of these altcoins generally, all of them are extremely risky. They can move crazily overnight. You could wake up literally to $3 Arbitrum tomorrow. Quite literally, you could see that. If they, for some reason, cut, say, half of the supply and burn it, that thing will double overnight. And if you were short, it will sweep your entire portfolio if you're using cross. So they can be extremely risky. Yeah, so with this, I used a bit of some Fibonacci here, and it's showing me that this thing is sitting at the 1.618 right here, which should, ideally be its bottom. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. You guys, maybe you tell me in the comments what you think I should do about this, because it could have been its bottom. It could be that it has bottomed and we are going to see it go to the upside. However, there's a very good chance that it comes as low as this region right here. The only reason why I am a bit skeptical of it doing that is because I am more positive on the markets generally on BTC. So the lowest level I can see for BTC actually for now though is this EMA on the daily. So anywhere around 59.4 to the higher 59.3 region. That's actually where I'd expect that it retraces to. Maybe going lower than that, we could see 58.6. 58.6, but then going as low as 57, I would become a bit more skeptical about the idea of it going higher. So if this thing can come as low as this level right here, then perhaps I could, chip in something. The founder of Jupe, the Jupiter coin, one of the founders, they launched this one. So perhaps, just perhaps, it's not dead and it's not going to stay dead. I'm thinking that it's still going to go up. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's still going to go up. It's responded well when markets actually moved. Yeah, so just about last month, it made this big move to the upside like so, and then plummeted back to the downside. So and they have about 70%. I was looking at it earlier right here. They have about 72% of the total supply in circulation, but we'll see. I will update maybe in the Telegram or something if I decide to chip in something on this. Solana is another one that I found interesting. Let's look at Sol. Now Sol is behaving just like Bitcoin. Yeah, it's behaving a lot more like BTC. Big move up, consolidation, big move to the upside, and then we've had these drops like so. So drop 1, go back up, drop 2, go back up, drop 3. It can't continue to be doing that forever. I mean, it has to choose a side. Yeah, it can't go back up and come back like this, and no, this will not go on forever. So it needs to choose a side for a final breakout, and that may be a big drop to the downside or a big move to the upside. In this case, I'm inclined to believe that it will be a big move to the upside. Let's look at the weekly time frame right there. So the weekly stochastic is very important actually. Some of you might have noticed that as BTC went to the upside, we had the stochastic RSI actually going down, and you'd read that to be a bearish divergence. But be careful though, because the higher time frame indicators are a lot more powerful than the lower time frame. So if you're looking at, say, a bearish divergence on the hourly or on the 4 hourly, and the daily is bullish or the weekly is very bullish, be careful, because it might just end up ripping straight up and ignoring all your indicator. So basically Sol is behaving a lot like BTC, and it's literally just forming a range right there. Now on the daily time frame, it's sitting on the 200 EMA, and so we have to start thinking here, is it going to break this thing and go back down? Because as of now, objectively, it's bullish. And you can see that in the bear market, it respects it as well as resistance. And in the bull market, it uses it as support. This zone right here is kind of similar to what we are actually seeing now as well. So we see this consolidation on the 200 EMA, and that is very similar to what we have right here. So as of now, Sol is still bullish. So how high could Sol actually go? Let's put this like so. And if we put this like so, we could read this as B. So this would be the A, B, C should be coming. So we could take from here and we put like so. This should give us 196 for a stop, but 152 needs to be crossed. We need that 152 because for now it's still below the 0.618, so we need it to confirm above the 0.786 before this becomes the main target. If that 152 is crossed, then you are most likely headed for this 196 and 249 actually. 249 will be the maximum conservative target in this situation. So you have something that looks like so for Solana. Now for the extended, you have 356 to 363. For the overall target, actually, we can just zoom out of the entire chart and then we look at it like so. Okay, now we have 370 and the 643. I'm using the 4.618 by the way. I trust it more than the 4. This is just like a gap. This zone right here is just a fib band. So anywhere inside there, it could retrace. However, it most likely goes higher than this 4.618 or 4.764. Most likely they go higher than this. Just like to the downside, if you're expecting a correction to the downside and you put your fib levels like so, planning to get in at the 0.236, this most likely is also a very weak support, this 0.236. So that's the same thing with this 4.618 right here. So most likely it would go higher than this. I'm actually thinking that Sol will go to somewhere around $1,000. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right then, folks. Yeah, that's basically my update, folks. As a quick summary, I am mostly bullish right now, and I've shared with you my thought process as to why I am bullish. I've also shown you the invalidation points for my being bullish. If we do go below 57, then I will reassess and make another video. But for now, I'm thinking that we will go higher. This liquidity up here, the people holding their shorts up here will get absolutely demolished, in my opinion. The price will come back up here, and they will face mayhem. Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But until the next one, stay safe.